What's going on, boys and girls? Extreme Doug 83 here, bringing you Let's Play 8, and we are building a castle some more. As you can see when we go in, not that one, but this one. I have went a lot of mining and cutting down trees so that we can get the floor done and build some more stuff. I like to call it stuff because it's stuff. We got some more, and we're going to see how high we want this, because I know in normal castles you walk in and it's just first room huge. Oh, stop it. Oh guys, I just had a brilliant, one of those brilliant times. Like, we should do that. I just had one of those. I think what I'm going to do is going to have it here, and I'm going to have it stop here, but I'm going to have the floor still, and then have one of here, the stairs going up, and then I'm going to have the other on this side going up, so that the stairs going this way and stairs going this way, and this is just like the first big room, and then here it will go on backwards more, and it will go on there too, and just keep going back and be big. Bam! You guys have no clue what's happening, or if you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. Yeah, you'd have no clue what I'm talking about building my castle, so you should check out some more of my videos if you want to see the Let's Plays and stuff. So, and today I don't really don't want to be wanting. That's really bad me of English. Just gonna wait till this thing goes down. Actually, I think I can go to sleep almost now. Should be now. And then I'll talk about what I want to talk about in this video, as I'm talking to you right now. There we go. So, I love beds. You guys know I love beds for the design. I love them. Oh boy. If you guys want to know what I'm talking about, just click that link at the right now to check out my bed design that I built. So, if you guys haven't seen it. Enough about that. I want to start talking about what I want to talk about in my video as I'm talking in my video. Okay, that was awkward. So what I want to talk about is not about Minecraft, about building, kind of building more so a relationship. Not about anything like that. I want to talk about fathers and sons. I have this thing called Malachi Man I go to every second Saturday, where it shows how important a father and son relationship is in our lives, and to basically any living, if you're Christian or not, but really important, especially if you are Christian, how important it is that you have that strong relationship with your father, and learning how to trust your father, and what kind of difficulties father and sons have in the relationships, and just help build them, to show how our sons need our fathers and our fathers need our sons too, and stuff. And I would just like to talk about one thing that we really learned about as I went this last Saturday. And what we were talking about was mainly about things we go through in life, struggles we go through. We talked about the book, and basically there's a book that we talked about that I guess if anybody wants to know the name of it, I could give you the name. I'm not going to say it in this video. But it was talking about some stuff, and then we went on to the big talk about where we went into a room. Now these are boys of all ages. It is boys, only boys, not girls, because it's a father and son in Malachi Man. It's more so father and son relationship. Girls and fathers are very important too, but it was basically more on that. So what it was about the first part. I'm going on about it, but it was talking about what our fathers should know that they probably don't know, or what should our fathers know that they either do know, or they don't get it too much. Some of them were talking about how we need questions. Now, fathers, this is to you. You know, we need more than just why. This is why, because I said so. We need explaining, okay, you say do that, but what does that really do, and what does that mean? Or you use words that we might not get, and you know, it's just, I don't want to talk back to my father. I don't really ever want to do that, but it's like sometimes I just don't get it, and just standing there not saying anything isn't really good, so I'm gonna have to ask. And if he takes that in as something bad, I'm like, I'm sorry, but I have to ask you, what does that mean, right? So try to try to sometimes explain things better, because I don't always get what sometimes they're trying to say. I know, so it's really important that it's there, that you can go to your father and he can help you out and stuff like that. So also, another big thing is listen to your kids. This is more so to the fathers, because sometimes the kids got a lot to say and they don't want to come out with it all of a sudden, or they don't know how they're going to say it. They never thought of maybe saying it to someone, and they want to ask you something and they just don't know how to talk to you about it, or they're shy about it. True thing that truly shows that your father cares about you is that they're patient. You know what? If it takes you 10 seconds to answer a question, so be it. If it takes you 10 seconds, like I'm like talking to the sons here, if it takes the sons 10 minutes to ask a question, it really shows that they're thinking, or maybe they didn't think how they were gonna ask, and that really teaches them something to think about things through. And they might always think, why did I do that? And try not maybe putting answers into them. That's another big thing a lot of the fathers had was, yeah, if you try to put answers into the son, it's not really helpful. It's like, so if son asks, or you ask the son, blah blah blah, why did you do this? It's like, oh, you probably did because of this. Well, you didn't ask. You asked him, but you put words into his mouth. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. Don't think that I'm not perfect. I'm just trying to say that was the first part of it about what fathers should know. Also, another big one that came up is time. Spend time with your kids. That's the most important thing. Money isn't that important. It's not. If I don't really care if I get spent so much money on or none at all. The thing that really cares for about me is time, what it's doing. It doesn't always matter. Sometimes I don't want to watch a movie, but that's just because it's just sitting there watching a movie. But some people work differently than others. But I like working with my dad, doing construction, all that stuff, and I love that. And try doing that with your kids if you can. It's great time to spend time together, because you only got so much time, but you can have all the money in the world, but money's nothing. Time is more important than money. And sons, talking to the sons here, try to spend time. If your father wants help, try to help him out and work with him too. We can't just expect them to go, oh, I want to spend time with you, but when you sit in there and you play video games all day. I play video games a bit, but I love spending time with my father. So if I need ever time to go and do some work with him, that's how I make my money for YouTube. All my stuff on YouTube, it's all from working with my dad. I get paid a bit on money on it, and it's pretty sweet. But try to spend time with your dads too, because they really like that. And I'm going on about what fathers should know that probably don't know, or they do know. And those were just some of the things. There's other ones about discipline. That was actually another one. Fathers. So, this is actually a big one that I just remembered now. So many kids want to, well, maybe not all, but a lot of kids, I included, want to be disciplined from my father, but, I don't always get that, and I don't really like that all the time, because that means I can do stuff that I want that I shouldn't be able to do. If he does something wrong, tell him why he did it and discipline him, or wait a day, or I don't know, wait an hour and discipline, or do it right away, but discipline, because if there's no bad thing that's going to happen for him to doing the wrong thing, is that really going to stop him? No, it's not stop me when I do bad things. It's just going to make the kid just go, okay, he doesn't like me doing it, I don't know, I'll stop, but then they're just going to start over again. You're not teaching him anything from doing that stuff. And yeah, these were just some of the things that were going on in there. It was amazing on that stuff. Yeah, I'm not a preacher or anything. I don't do that stuff. This is actually kind of my first time talking to more people than I think 15 was the most. But yeah, I just really wanted to talk about stuff in general and basic stuff like that. Yeah, and so also and now going back to the second part. So after we're in that room talking to this person, he's writing down stuff. What we did after that was our fathers came into the room. They went, okay, who's going first? For me, my dad did that because, you know, there's 2 kids. Well, you don't know, but I have a brother, and so we were both there. So we couldn't have went both at once, and you'll hear why in a second. The reason why is because we went into, well, we didn't go in there yet, but our father was like, okay, so my dad was like, who wants to go first? I was like, oh, I do, or picked a number between 1 and 10. My brother picked 5. I picked 4. I think it was 6, so I went first. I don't know how that works out, but so I was first blindfolded. Yes, he had a blindfold, and it wasn't one of those. It was kind of one of those trusting exercises in a way. And what it was is we had to do electrical. Yes, electrical, fun stuff, isn't it? Yeah, we had to do electrical. Simply hook red wire and black wire up to the battery, the positive and the negative, then hook the resistor up. I almost said repeater. Hook the resistor up to the battery, and have a tiny light bulb and make it work. So this seems easy. Try doing it blindfolded. Yeah, that was my dad in the background. Try doing it blindfolded. That's a lot of hard work. Interesting. Try doing it blindfolded, and you know, I was thinking, okay, we're gonna do electrical because I heard we're doing electrical, but I didn't get how. Right? I thought, okay, So we were totally blindfolded, so we had to walk into the hallway, walk into the room that was just about 20 feet away, not too far, but still blindfolded. So we truly had to trust where our father said we had to go. It was pretty scary. I was scared. I'm not gonna say I wasn't, because I was very scared. I was actually gonna run into a wall or get poured water on and stuff like that. You know, I knew he wasn't gonna. My father wasn't gonna put me in any harm, but I know my father, and he's kind of he can be nice in weird ways sometimes. Let's just say that. So we came into this room. There's electrical, red wire, black wire, resistors, a light bulb, simple stuff. But we were all blindfolded, everyone in there, except for the fathers. The fathers knew how to do it. They all got told by my friend who was hosting the whole thing, and they knew how easy it was, what to do, what to hook up, what to use, what not to do, and they had to show us, the sons, how to do that by their words, not by showing. So basically, we were blindfolded. The fathers could see. The fathers knew what to do, and the fathers said left, right, up, down, what this was, what's that, and we had to basically trust in him. We could not see it. You know, the red and the black, same thing, same chord, same, but it was black and red. You know, I didn't know which one was the red. I didn't know which one was black. I totally had to trust with my father. I didn't see the outcome until I took my blindfold off, and I had the battery, and you know, my thing broke. But that was just because I didn't, not really because I pulled on it hard, but just because I did try to put it together and it kind of snaps. I was like, So I kind of get it lit up, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but that wasn't the reason of the whole thing. The reason of the whole thing was to show basically how, you know, sons were blind. I'm one of them. I'm 16. I'm blind. I cannot see. Like, I'm not blind, as in blind, like legally blind, but I'm blind and I don't have the time because of the blindfold represented time, and that's something we right now are limited to. We don't have that much time on our hands of knowing what the consequences were for what we will do or what we have done. We don't know all of them. We might get disciplined, but down, you know, even if you're out of school, that's still 2 years. Or say you're 20, right? Because I told this one guy to another guy, and say you're 20, you might have 2 years out of school, or you might have dropped out. You're gonna get that consequence. You don't know it right away, but you're gonna have the consequence. You know, down the road. You know, ouch. Like, you're not gonna know what's gonna be like in 40 years. You might think, you might say, but until you actually experience the whole thing, you can't say that well, this is gonna be easy, this is gonna be hard. Well, you can say it, but you can't actually. You know what I'm trying to say. It's a lot different when you're there. So, I have this real struggle of just doing something, and a lot of people do. So I'm talking to the fathers right now. Is talk to your sons about this, because this is a big struggle, and they may not be knowing what's going on. They don't get the easy thing you can see. What the blindfold also represented was that we are blind. Our fathers can see, though. Our fathers know what paths we're taking and where they're leading to. They know that when we're lifting the red wire and try to put it onto the negative, it's not going to end good, right? If you start doing that on a car battery, it wouldn't end that best, because you could still hook it up, but if you hook them up backwards, and you don't want them touching, like, if it was even a higher power battery, or a car battery at all, you don't want those touching. So, like, imagine that consequence, Some of them you can feel right away, like, say you pinched yourself, you can totally feel that, and it hurts. That's worth doing some major crimes or some major things, but some of the little things about messing up, not knowing what I'm doing, that's not going to really help. But in the end time, it's really going to show. But that's when you have the blindfold off, and that's going to be when it's too late usually. Well, not too late, but like, you're going to have the consequences of what you've done. They don't go away. They don't ever go away. They're still there. You may not have done that crime, but that guilt is still going to be in your head, that mind. So, what I'm trying to say here is, what I learned was that, I am blind. I need to ask my father for help. I need to. Don't be ashamed to. That's what our fathers are there for. And, if you don't have the greatest relationship now with your sons, try getting that, because that's one of the most important things. Because you're going to help so much down when you don't have to do it down the road, and you can spend that time with your father and all that stuff. And fathers, look at your child not as that they can see what's right in front of them. Because when my father was talking me how to do the battery, he was not saying, okay, take the red wire, put on the positive, take the black wire, put on the negative, okay, now hook it up to the resistor, now go grab the resistor and put it on the light bulb, and put the black on the light bulb. No, he was saying, okay, move your hand up, now move it down the table, okay, move it directly to the left a little bit, okay, now that is your resistor, and then I'll hook that up to the wire. He was saying it in all simple ways. So, like, we don't understand everything you went through. We don't understand what the fathers have went through. We're just what we have learned. So we are blind. We cannot see. We don't know what that was, what that consequence will be. We don't know if that's a big wire or like something that can pinch us. So when you explain something to us, then don't think that they can see, because I'm not saying I know everything. I'm saying I don't know everything. So it's like, take it as they can't see, because we truly can't, Father, they were also, all the dads there, all the fathers were really, really angry. They were very angry, because it was like, it's right, like, they didn't get mad at the child, but they were frustrated. How frustrated would you be? Okay, you can see something, your child can't, that, and you're trying to say it in a way, but you're just like, oh, it's right there. Think of life like that. When your sons take a wrong turn or something bad, or they do something wrong, think of it like that. You can see clearly, clear as day, what they're doing is wrong, what they're doing is going to hurt them in the end, but they can't, and they need your guidance. They need you to be there to answer the questions they need to be asked. They need you there. You're the one that has the most influence ever on them. Think of that. Think of how like, God gave you that opportunity to be the most influencing person, and it's a good thing. And if you're bad, if you get angry, and if you're like that in front of your kids, and that's not going to be a good thing on them, because you're going to be influencing them more to be more angry, or to not like you, or never hang out with you, and they're not going to usually turn out the greatest if they don't have a father. Because if your father is angry at you or doesn't care, how can they think that Jesus cares about them? How can they think that their father, because that's what God is. He's our father. He is our father of all. You guys are brothers and sisters. We're brothers and sisters in Christ. So God is our Father, and that's a big thing I hear when they say, you know, I never realized God as a father because my father was really bad to me. And it's like I could never picture him as a father, because I really didn't know what a father was. You know, and that's really sad, because our father should be someone we can go to all the time to talk to, not worry about problems of them telling other people. And I'm very grateful that I have an awesome father that really cares about me. That's him crying in the background. Okay. And can make a joke and can not worry about making sounds when I'm recording. So, yeah, I just like to talk to you more, so, because you know that's a big thing that so many times the father thinks, oh, it's right there, it's just right in front of him, why doesn't he just get it, why doesn't he just do this, oh, you're screwing up your life. We can't see that, you know. When I'll say one thing is when I'm doing stuff like, you know, sin of idolatry, you know, the internet's so big now, you know, just, oh, I have so much problems with it, it's not even funny. Like, don't think I'm perfect, I am not. And sometimes I want my father to discipline me. Sometimes I want my father to listen to me. I don't want him to, like, I want him to speak, but wait till I'm done. Like, if I say, I'm having really problem, don't say, oh, it's fine, it's okay. Or everyone does it. Or say, you know, you feel like this and that. Like, let me talk, but also discipline me for that. You know, because you know what, our fathers need to be there, but they also need to be there listening to us and actually disciplining us, and to caring about us. And another really, really important thing before I kill this creeper, or after I kill this creeper, and in all of this, you know, God's word is the most important thing. So I think it's really important that you fathers and you sons spend time together and learn about God together, because, you know, that's a very big important thing in life, is to get learning about Christ together, to know where you guys both struggle, because, you know, my father's not perfect either. He's got some pretty big problems himself. I'm not talking about how embarrassing he is, like that's unfixable. I'm talking more so about his sin and how he talks and stuff like that, in ways, you know. I'm the same way. So also, sons, you can also tell your father they're not perfect either. They are not. Trust me, they all tell me that, so that's why I can use that. Haha. You fathers. Yeah, I know. We're all humans and we're not perfect. Trust me. We're not meant to be perfect without Jesus. Only Jesus can make us perfect. You know. You hear that? We're not meant to be perfect. We are meant to be perfect, but only with Jesus in our lives. So, you know. So if the father's not, if it's while swearing and stuff, that doesn't mean he doesn't love God, but it truly means that God isn't all in his heart. You know, we all go through struggles, but, you know, there's got to be something going on in his life too, or maybe he just doesn't know, or just doesn't care. It's just really important that you guys get a really good relationship. I mean, you guys know that a father-son relationship is a very important one, and I just thought it was really neat how my Malachi Man host or leader, yeah, Malachi Man leader, showed it in a way by using blindfold this time. So guys, I just thought I really wanted to share this with you guys. So sorry if I bored you. But, you know, it's very important in a godly relationship for your father, because also God says he's a father to the fatherless, and, you know, if he's a father to the fatherless, then we should be as God is. If God is our father, then should not we be as fathers as Christ is? Because Christ listened to the good and the bad. Christ listened. He answered too, but he was not quick to answer. He was slow to anger and quick to listen. He was slow to speak and quick to listen. We should also be the same. You know, God spoke, and he listened to also those. He wants us to be children of God, but he also wants us to live as he lived. For love others as you would be loved. So if you love your son that much too, and you should also show him the way. Show him. For God is the truth and the life. But you know, if we're the biggest, if you're the biggest, I keep saying we're, if you are the biggest influence, then if you have Christ in your life, if you show that, and if you have that in your daily routine to live God, you know, also that'd be big. And also, I gotta say, fathers, don't be afraid to show weakness. Don't be afraid to say I'm weak. You are strong. Do not, to Jesus. Do not be afraid to tell your sons that I am not perfect. That you know what, I go through struggles too, and I love you. So guys, I would just like to close it off today with my building. So thank you guys for watching. Sorry, I don't do that often, talk in big crowds, and I know I'll get getting a little bit of views. So that's the reason why I'm saying a little bit of people, because guys, thank you for watching. God bless you. But also, if you guys have any questions about your faith, about just life, even not about your faith, about life, and don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to tell me. You know, you're more important than this game. You're more important than this video. You know, if I'm making a video, if I have to make a video, because I make them daily, but you're saying I really need to talk, Extreme, I really need to talk, I'm having some really hard things or stuff like that, then do not ever be afraid to say that, even if, like, I'm busy. I have enough time, because this is only a video game, but people are Christ's children. People are what will be going to heaven. Not my video game, not my computer, not my camera, not my phone, not my money, but people. And you know, if you guys ever need a question, do not be afraid to ask. I'm always here. I have Twitter, private message me on YouTube, Skype me if you want to Skype me, totally. I may be a bit busy, but I'm never busy enough for people, so never, unless I'm out of the house and not here. Sorry, then I wouldn't know. But other than that, totally fine. Just remember what time it is where I live, because sleep is important. 2 days ago I did an all-nighter, not sleeping, and did not go well. So yeah, well, thank you for watching, guys. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, fathers and sons, for watching. Hope to see you guys all tomorrow. And if you guys would like to know more about my faith, don't be afraid to ask. And I will get back to you. And thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and see you guys all tomorrow. God bless you. Bye.